Hi everyone, I wanted to come on here today to talk to you guys about my journey, this spiritual walk that I am on, and just how far I have come from being in a very, very low place of not even wanting to be here to this place where I am surrendering. This is where it's taken me, to a place of surrender and of trust and faith in my higher self, source, this invisible intelligence leading me, guiding me, and moving me to the flow of life. And then whatever comes from that, it's going to be right where I'm supposed to be, right on time. So stay tuned. All right, so the very first thing I'm going to come on and say is that, yes, I still have moments that I struggle, and I am sitting there with these thoughts and these emotions, and I am acknowledging them, recognizing them, and then I let them go. So the time frame of me staying in these low vibrations has gotten shorter and shorter, and that is because I am just being present as much as possible throughout my day and living intentionally. Now, I was thinking about just when all these things started happening in my life, and I felt like everything was lost and I didn't know which way to go. I still have moments like when I get into those low vibrations and I see those thoughts and emotions coming, I'm like, oh man, what am I supposed to do? And I recognize those from before and I go, okay, I don't want to stay there. This place is not helpful to me. It's not serving me. It's not serving anyone. And so I make sure that I shift my focus onto something else, and I changed my perspective, because back in the day I stayed down in that low vibration for a very long time, and it was eating away at me. It was literally, I could feel that it was killing me, and I am so grateful that I have come so far to be able to be at this place of just a knowing that everything is going to be okay. It may not be exactly what I have in mind for myself, but it's going to be exactly what I have signed up for and what I needed when I came here. I will be learning the life learning lessons, and then my life will impact others in the way that I was meant to impact them. I know that, taking care of myself is very important. Going inside for each of us is so important. Loving ourselves awake is the way to do this. This is not about looking back in the past and going, man, I wish I would have done that. Shooting all over ourselves and, all of that kind of stuff. We don't want that. Let me remember who the psychologist said that. Don't shit all over yourself or musterbate. Like, I must do this and I must do that. We need to be in a place of gratitude and divine love and in peace and harmony with ourselves and why we're here. Now, I don't have it all figured out, and I've said that before, but I am learning to trust more and more. And when those thoughts, those programmed thoughts, those conditioned feelings and all of this starts to arise in me, I step back as the observer, acknowledge them, feel them, and allow them to go. I love them to go and to be integrated back to source. I don't have to hold those things. I'm no longer carrying this baggage on my back that was so heavy and keeping me down in states of depression and just anger resentment, confusion, and all of that kind of stuff. So today I am working on what I have control over, and that is my health, what I consume, and what I watch, what I listen to, what I put on my body, what I speak, all of those things, how I walk, what I do in my daily life, each moment, and how I interact with others. And I am definitely not perfect, but I see that my being true to myself and speaking my truth has been helping me to continue on the path that has been laid out for me. And so one thing that Dr. Morris said in his spirituality level 1 video was that sometimes we have to become an unbeliever to truly become a believer. And for those who have lost their birthrights, their natural birthrights, in this system at this time, you know, and you're not sure what to do, and you may feel alone and stuff like that, it can really test your faith, and it will shut off old belief systems, old BS that no longer serves you if you allow it to. But if you cling on to things, it makes it harder, because we're all going back to source. We can either go kicking and screaming and in pain and suffering, or we can surrender and let go and go with the flow of life and allow this invisible intelligence, this divine love and light to carry us in those times. And that does not mean that we do nothing. We are active in this process, and there are initiations that take place. And those times I was wondering, okay, how do I make it through this? Is this a test? Is this an open door? Is it all this stuff? And what I've learned to do is to just trust and to walk through the doors as they open, as I ask for guidance and assistance, and to trust that Source is here, the universe is here to help me out. And I can let go of trying to control everything. So yes, I made a vision board the other day and things that I want in my life, but I was thinking about it today, in that in times like where I am in my life right now, as we create and co-create our realities and the rippling effect goes out to others, I was thinking about it when we're in those low vibrations and we are unconscious creators. We are creating things in our life that create karma, and the karma comes back at different times. It may not happen right there, and it may not be the exact, like, you know, if we did something, it may come back later in a way that we don't recognize unless we take time out to see and to actually understand that the universe is showing to us what we have been putting out there. It's the energy that we're putting out, and that we can learn from this. And yeah, it's a cause and effect. But we don't have to continue to be wrapped up in that, because as we raise our vibrations and we live consciously, those things that we want will be attracted to us, because our vibrations will already be there. And the divine creator, our higher self, already knows what we want and what we signed up for when we came here. And so we can actually surrender and let go and just, yeah, walk through the doors as they open. And so that's what I'm learning more and more about. And I wanted to just put this out there, because I, at one time, continued to say, I hate my life, I hate this and that. I was so miserable. I felt like there was no way out, and I just felt like giving up. But I have, because I've stood up, I got back up, and I started to walk forward one step at a time. Sometimes I stood still for a little bit, but I continued on, not giving up, knowing that I'm not alone, and that I am so much more. All of us are so much more than what we've been led to believe. This life here, we are here learning life lessons, and this is not the end. We will be leaving these temporary bodies and we will be moving on. And so I want to be living this life intentionally in the best way that I can. And I encourage all of you to do the same and allow different types of experiences in your life to move you forward. Know that you aren't alone, and things are going to get better. And it takes you being able to look in the mirror and see your value and your worthiness and the divine love that it permeates every cell of your body, that moves inside of you, this energy that we all are. You can't create energy and you can't destroy it. And so, like Jake Ducey said today in one of his videos, he said that because of that, we know there's other dimensions. We leave these bodies and we go somewhere else, and it's not the end. And of course, there's going to be much better places and maybe easier places, however you want to say it, because we can right here create heaven on earth, I believe. It's about perspective and all of these things, but there's places that aren't so dense, and it's not such a battlefield going on, because I believe there are many different battles going on, and it's not just the human species. There's things that we can't see, so much that we can't see. We can only see about 1%. That's what they say anyways, and I believe that. I believe that because I have seen so much corruption, so much on this planet that keeps people down, and it doesn't all make sense. And I think we're seeing that right now with this pandemic and all the things going on, that these things are starting to wake people up, and we're starting to question, and we're starting to see that there's more than meets the eye, and remembering who we are and where we're going. So I'm excited to be able to make this video today, just to be able to share my path and where I've come from as a CPS mom who lost her 5 little ones that I had spent every day with, and for the most part put all of my energy and my focus into. Yes, I went back to school. I got my master's in counseling. I did all of that for my family so that I could make a better life for them. But that's not the plan that was laid out for me, apparently. And so, yes, I'm still going to use the knowledge and these life experiences to move me forward in whichever, way I'm supposed to be helping people. But, yeah, I have more to do, and there's something bigger. And so I continue to just speak about this, and to hopefully connect with you guys and give you encouragement when you come and watch this video, maybe sometime on your walk, as you're maybe trying to make sense of what's going on and what to do next. I believe that things are going to change in our lives, and as we level up and we move up into these higher levels, that there's going to be changes and shifts that maybe we can't see right now on the external, but they will come, and we can be grateful right now that they are already here and they've already happened, that we know that we're cared for, and that we deserve the best. We deserve to be loved. We deserve happiness. We deserve freedom. Our natural birthrights are ours, and though we've lost them maybe for a moment, it's only a moment. And yeah, I think we're going to be led in various directions to help to free our families on multi-levels. This goes beyond what a lot of people talk about, and it may not resonate with you right now, but maybe later it will. When you are trying so many different things, sometimes it's just time to surrender and to let go. Allow the current to take you where you're supposed to be. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sharing, liking, and subscribing, and just hanging out, and share your story, and get out there and be the divine love and light that each of us are. We are one. Namaste.